In this episode and next episode, we will see about confined space entry, CSE permit. Confined space, it is a space which is large enough and so configured that an employee can bodily enter and perform assigned work. That is a confined space in which the opening is there or available, that is manway or any type of opening, man can enter and do the work, but he has limited or restricted means for entry or exit. That is, only one exit will be there or restriction will be there for entry because it will be through manway like that. Like for example, it will be for tanks in vessels or silo, storage bins, hoppers, walls or pits, and spaces that may have limited means of entry. That is, only one entry is there, and the same way exit also is there. And the third definition is, it is confined space is not designed for continuous employee or continuous human occupancy. That means that a person working inside the confined space cannot work for more time. It also can be defined as a space where there is a risk of serious injury or death due to the size, access to and content of space, including dangerous conditions such as lack of oxygen or gas from hazardous substances. That is a space where definitely injury or death will occur due to the dangerous condition or the lack of oxygen and other substances available inside that space. This is another important definition for confined space. Now we can see about the potential hazard inside the confined space. Potential hazard atmosphere is inside the vessel or any column or storage or pit or spaces have limited entry, it is to be identified. Lack of oxygen, that means aspiration in nature, some gases like nitrogen, carbon monoxide will be present, and that will give asphyxiation, that will remove oxygen from your blood, leading to death, fatal. And poisonous gases or liquids. Poisonous gases like hydrogen sulfide, same nitrogen and CO will be there, which is handled during process, that are poisonous gas lead to death. And engulfment due to liquid or flowable solid substance or dust in confined space in excavation under the earth or near sea, this will happen. So sea water entry will be there, and engulfment and dust material flowing in mines will be there. They are digging the mines or working in mines. Engulfment will be common problem. And flammable gases or vapor emits in excess of 10% of its lower flammable limit. Flammable gases or vapor available in the confined space. Then another hazard is airborne combustible dust at a concentration that meets or exceeds the lower flammable limits. That is airborne combustible dust which is available inside the confined space. If it is if it exceeds lower flammable limit, that also dangerous to health, or it will lead to incident and accident and injury. Health hazard like fall hazard, unguarded machinery inside the confined space, extreme heat or cold inside the confined space, steam pipeline inside the line or chemical lines inside the confined space. These are all the common hazards inside the confined space which require a permit. You can see about the precautions and steps in next slide. To see the confined space entry permit, precautions and preparation. First, you have to prepare the confined space. The confined space is to be isolated from the process. First, we have to isolate all the process line connected to the vessel, whether it is a column or packing bed or any storage vessel. Then we have to remove the material inside, whether it is a liquid or gas. Concentration is to be reduced either by water wash or steaming, followed by nitrogen purging. Water is allowed, then we have to do the water wash. Then it be or steaming is required, means based on the procedure and process for removing the contaminant. We have to do the steaming, then we have to do the nitrogen purging until we get the required LEL and solid gas, toxic gases, toxic TLV less than hydrogen sulfide means if it is should be less than 2-3 ppm or we will get until we get 0 ppm. Gas test repeat then even for opening the manway at different level. We have to check the gas test after the proper nitrogen purging and different level point will be there. Even for PSV bypass line or any tapping we have to check the gas test. Whether it is a HS dangerous gas like HDS, then you have to check the HGS concentration. It is 0 or less than 2 to 3 ppm, LDL less than 10%, or other toxic gases. TLV is very less or required level. That is given as per the design. Until that, we have to do the nitrogen purging, pressure depressurization and depressurization. Like that, then it should be followed by sweeping until we get the required LEL and other required level. After that, we go everything is less than our desired value, then we can go for air purging at different level. Then we have to check the oxygen concentration to open the manway. After stopping the air purging for 10 minutes, we have to wait. Then we have to check the air purging. Then we can open the manway and we can remove the bed packing from different level of manway. The packing material from the column and vessel can be removed easily only after checking the sufficient oxygen level is there. If the packing material is not there or only trays and sieve trays or bubble cap tray is there as a packing, then we have to go inside and to remove the packing trays. So in that case, after doing the steam out and nitrogen purging until we get LEL, then we have to go for air purging until we get a sufficient oxygen. Same like after stopping the air purging after 10 to 15 minutes, then we have to check the oxygen level. If it is more than 19.5%, then the maintenance person will go inside with proper safety gear and continuous breathing apparatus with full face mask to remove the packing trays, whether it is sieve trays or bubble cap trays, for maintenance or for inspection inside any packing material or column or vessel. If the packing bed is to be removed after going inside, like a mercury removal column, which is a highly dangerous column at the highest level of risk, nitrogen purging will be continuously going inside the bed. With maintenance person, a specially trained person going inside the mercury removal column will wear special safety gear and the hood, which will be having continuous breathing line, full mask with additional provision for radio communication also will be there. Nitrogen purging will be continuously going inside the vessel to avoid the vapor, toxic vapor, mercury kind of contaminated vapor, not to get affect the maintenance person. So nitrogen purging also will be there, and person going inside will be wearing the continuous breathing line with full face mask and special protective gear with the radio communication, so that the person or safety person or standby person outside the vessel to communicate with the maintenance person inside the mercury removal column through radio communication. That is the highest level of risk confined space work in gas industry. Some important definitions. For that, if you forget, do not forget to subscribe, put your like and comment in the comment box, share with your friends and colleagues. Authorized entrance. That is, the authorized entrance is the person who completed the confined space entry training and authorized by the entry supervisor to enter the confined space. Entry supervisor is the person who is responsible for accepting the conditions and requirements specified in the confined space entry permit. Normally, maintenance supervisor or lead worker or contract supervisor or lead worker who is doing the maintenance work with thorough knowledge and training in confined space entry. They are called as entry supervisor. Hall watch is a person who will be stationed outside the entry point of a confined space. Hall watch is responsible for communicating with the entrance and tracking the entry and exits of the entrance from the confined space. He must be trained in confined space entry procedure, hall watch and rescue operation procedure. Should be aware of the communication method. Hall watch should caution the entrance by using whistle or through radio if radio communication available, using belt tied with some rope to the entrance. If the entrance are in hall watch vicinity, or directly call the entrance to stop the job during emergency. This is a normal communication method. It should be mentioned in the JSA in the confined entry permit. Hope you might have understand the initial procedure for precaution for confined entry permit. We'll see other details in the coming episode. Thank you very much.